Hello, guys. Welcome back to episode 2 of Creeks Mic'd Up. I'm Noah.
I'm Kinley, and these are our guest speakers, Nicola and Peter. How are you guys doing?
Doing splendid.
Yeah, pretty good.
Awesome.
All right, do you want to just tell the watchers just a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm Peter. I went to Venda Creek all 4 years. I'm a senior. I am part of 3 sports. I'm on the mountain bike team. I'm on the climbing team, and I play volleyball. I love the outdoors. I would probably be skiing right now if it weren't for school, but yeah,
Yeah, where do you ski?
I love Keystone. That's my
Oh,
main mountain.
nice. Okay. And what about you?
My name's Nicola. I'm also a senior at Creek. I'm on the climbing team, and I also love the outdoors, do a lot of skiing, road cycling in my free time.
Yeah, I know a few members of our club have had you as a leader. So you do, like, leading classes?
Yeah, I lead a class.
That's awesome.
Are you guys both a part of Colt Club?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've never really been in Colt Club before, but like, what does that kind of like focus on? Just like if I was like somebody, what do you guys do there?
So the abbreviation for COLT is the Creek Outdoor Leadership Training. So it goes more into depth about how to lead in the outdoors. So it does backpacking trips and just trips outside so that you can obtain the knowledge to lead other people in the outdoors.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know there's like a 3-part system. You have to take the class, then the ALT class, and the leadership class. When did you even start taking the classes for Cherry Creek?
So I took my first adventure class as a freshman, my second semester, and then nothing sophomore year, but then junior year I took ALT my first semester and was able to lead a class second semester junior year, and I'm leading both semesters this year.
Wow, so you got there pretty early. And then what about you, Peter?
So I took my first adventure class freshman year first semester, and I liked it so much that I took ALT second semester. So I led a class in sophomore year, and then junior year I did a class setup crew where I'm setting up for all the leaders through the day. So I did that first semester last year, and then both semesters this year I'm doing setup crew again.
What does setup crew look like?
It looks a lot like this semester we have 5 leaders, so it looks like the 5 of us, we kind of split up and we'll set up the pool for adventure water sports.
Oh.
And we'll set up the course and stuff like that. So based on what the leaders need for the day,
Yeah.
we'll take it out of the closet and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I'm assuming you do that at the end of the day, like 8th period.
No, that's actually first period.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you set up
So-
for all the classes,
Yeah,
not the after
yeah,
school things.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I know there's like adventure water sports. Paddle sports night is actually happening. It's happening today, right? Like tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of us can make it. But are you guys ever at paddle sports?
I want to go to one. I've never been to one before.
Yeah. I used to go to paddle sports nights last year. And they were pretty cool. They just taught us how to like kayak, all that kind of stuff. You guys should definitely do a paddle sports night.
Yeah, sounds sweet.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys are both seniors, so are you planning on doing anything after high school?
Yeah, I'm planning on going to Montana State University for
Okay.
college.
Typical.
Yeah, big outdoor school.
Yeah.
I'm actually going there in December and skiing the local mountains, so I'm excited.
Really? Have you
Yeah.
ever been to Montana before?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so you already know. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I'm planning on going to Fort Lewis in Durango,
Yeah.
so also a big outdoor school, and
Okay.
probably majoring in adventure education there, so continuing.
That's good.
What were you planning on majoring?
Oh, mechanical engineering.
Isn't that what I know one of the sponsors, James Cobb, shout out to James Cobb.
Yeah.
He
He's a mechanical engineer for a water bottle company.
Oh my god. We love that.
Yeah.
I've actually seen some of this, like, does he make stickers? Because I think he's showed me some of the stickers he's made for
I think so.
water bottles. And then obviously he designs water bottles, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's what you're gonna do?
Not like specifically water bottles, but I plan on going into something that deals with bikes or cars.
Wow.
So
Going back to the kind of cult thing, I know, or at least I've heard that climbing is a huge part of that. And wondering, like, what's kind of the process for, like, getting into the climbing section of Cult Club? Is there, like, a application form or something I need to sign?
No one wants to go climbing.
Okay.
I mean, not really. We have a team that goes on, which just requires a couple forms, but it's honestly not. You can go to a climbing gym if you want to. There's not like you have to do it through Cult Club, but there are also rock climbing trips that we take that will go outdoors and we'll climb outside, which are pretty fun. I was gonna go on one, and then another thing came up, but
Yeah. I know that a lot of like cult trips aren't just for students who are in cult club.
yeah,
Like, you don't have to be in cult club to go on a cult trip, which is why I think everybody should go on a cult trip by the time they graduate. But
yeah,
you still have time, Peter.
yeah. I'm gonna go on the ice climbing trip.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will both be on the ice climbing trip?
Yeah, I went on it 2 years ago, so this will be my second time.
Go on the ice climbing trip.
Eats later.
Yeah. What's your biggest accomplishment overall during your time at Creek, would you say? I know, it's a deep question.
Getting a 100% on a math test.
That's pretty solid.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't think I've achieved that yet.
Granted, it was in like CP geometry, but
It's okay, it's okay.
I'm so
An
proud of it.
accomplishment nonetheless.
Do you guys feel like Cult Club has kind of shaped what you've wanted to pursue in the future, or were you kind of like really into outdoors before you joined Cult Club?
So I had liked the outdoors before Cult Club, but Cult Club kind of introduced like, doing mountain biking as like a sport rather than just kind of a hobby. So it kind of brought me to a different side of the outdoors of like, and it also it did shape what I want to do, because going to Montana State, there's going to be a lot of outdoor activities that go on there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say same with me. I was already really into the outdoors coming into high school, but like I'm gonna go and major in adventure education, and that's because I was introduced to the adventure program here, and it also introduced me to climbing. I hadn't climbed before high school, and now it's like my main hobby.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never did any climbing in middle school or anything like that?
No,
I
all
mean,
started freshman year.
Not that a lot of middle schools have climbing. I know campus has a little bit. I actually remember Peter was one of my adventure leaders when I was in middle school at campus. So that's kind of ironic, but you never did anything in middle school.
No.
Do you not remember that?
was it a course day?
Yeah, it was a course day.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So you remember that?
yeah.
And this is just a personal clarification question, but like I hear a lot of people talk about bouldering and climbing. Like, what's the difference between these two?
So bouldering is like no ropes, and then if you hear top rope or lead, those are both with a rope. So bouldering just doesn't go as high, but you're not tied into a rope.
And also boulders have a lot more like technical movements, and they're pretty hard because you have a shorter amount of time to do it. But usually top ropes and like roped climbs will be a lot easier, like if you were to do a short portion of it. But the whole thing makes it hard. So
Yeah. Which one do you guys like better?
bouldering.
Me too.
Bouldering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say canyoneering, but
Were you on the canyoneering trip?
I did.
How
I
was
did.
that?
It was amazing. It would have been cool if you guys had gone. We had a lot of new people on the canyoneering trip, which just goes back into like anyone can be on
What was
it.
your nickname?
My nickname? You heard about that?
Yes.
It was Little K,
Nice.
courtesy of Ethan Schroeder and Mason Harsh. But yeah, have you guys developed any nicknames throughout your adventure career at Creek?
I have a bunch. It's just like it's Pete, Petey, PETA. it's just anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And what about you?
I just got Nico, but that's it.
Nico. Yeah, I remember when our research directors were telling us, like, we should get Nico to do the Colt the Colt Mic'd Up podcast or the Adventure podcast. And I was like, who's Nico? That's such a cool name. But it sounds great. Like, you guys are very involved. Yeah. I mean,
Not to change topic or anything, but I heard you talk about you did was it mountain biking for Creek? What other sports do you play for Creek, or do you do any others?
I climb and play volleyball.
That's it. Just
Yeah.
Have you ever
only 3 sports?
Okay. Have you ever been interested in like trying anything new at Creek?
I have been, but the problem is that I already do too much, and I have other stuff going on outside. So I'm also involved with Young Life, which is pretty fun. So I just have a lot going on throughout my week that it's kind of hard to get into something new. But if I were to ever, I'd want to try either ice hockey or lacrosse.
Ice hockey. I've always been interested in trying ice hockey. Football is on my number 1 to try list right now.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, what is Young Life?
So Young Life it's a Christian organization where it's all about kind of, because Christianity doesn't get like the best like involvement in high school.
Yeah.
So it's a way to get high schoolers to like learn about Christ and follow Christ through like kind of having fun. So
That's awesome. Yeah. I think a lot of like if you do have a religion, I would imagine how hard it would be to like continue that while like also juggling school and homework.
Yeah.
Is Young Life something that happens through Creek, or is it outside of school?
So it's outside of school, but we have a Creek region, so it's all the Cherry Creek schools, but we have a specific one to Cherry Creek.
Got it.
That's pretty cool. Who has pushed you to be who you are today? And this can be somebody like a teacher or like a parent, friend, anybody.
I'll give a shout out to my adventure teacher, Sav.
Love Sav.
I do too. She's definitely like a friend and a teacher. Really great woman.
Yeah. Sav is like one of the most amazing adventure leaders. I've been lucky to get to know her as well. What about you, Peter?
I'm biased towards G, but
Yeah.
someone
She's
who's
pretty awesome too.
kind of pushed me to be who I am today is my dad.
That's good. Yeah.
So
I mean, what is he interested in rock climbing? Does he do this
he
kind of outdoor
bikes a
stuff?
lot,
Okay.
but it was kind of apparent because in freshman year I was already passing him, but he just kind of pushes me because
Yeah.
he kind of makes sure I never like really give up. So
That's good. That's good. So out of like your 3 sports, volleyball, mountain biking, and climbing, which one would you say you like the most? The one that gives you the most joy.
I'd probably have to say mountain biking.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know like your stats? Like what are your stats in mountain biking? 'Cause I know it gets competitive.
I can't. I don't have like the stats because some of the guys on our team are outside, like on other teams, and they're like able
Oh,
to measure
okay,
their
so it's
wattage
not-
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I got I placed overall in the state. I placed 144th.
That's good for mountain
And
biking.
In our region, which is a bunch of schools kind of all over,
Yeah.
I placed my best place was I placed 20th in a race.
Wow. Oh my god, I would fall flat on my face.
So they suck. There's a photo of me. So we went out to Fruta for one of our races, and it was hot out there.
Yeah.
So there's a photo on the website of me. Everyone took a water bottle and just dumped it on their head that race.
Oh my gosh.
But the photographers there are great.
So would you say your dad is also your biggest supporter in mountain biking and stuff?
So the biggest supporter that I have in biking is my cousin-in-law, because he's like a really good biker, and
Better than
he
you?
can do backflips and like
bikes.
yeah.
Does he live in Colorado?
Yeah.
So he adds to the rankings.
Yeah. Well, he has 2 kids now, so he's not as good.
He's an older cousin.
safety.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
That's awesome.
So
That's solid. You said I'm just keep going back to things, but you said earlier you wanted to pursue something with automotors and cars. And just a quick question, because I don't know, what kind of car do you drive right now?
I drive a Subaru Outback.
Solid.
It was pretty cool
Yeah.
because I slammed my old Subaru Outback and then it broke down the next day. I was kind of sad, but I have a better car now.
All right.
That's good.
But yeah, Subaru Outback.
If you could have any car in the world, what kind of car would you get?
Do I have a
what's your dream car?
budget or no?
I'd say 250.
250. I'd probably get myself an old Subaru STI
Ooh, solid.
and
solid
mod
choice.
it out because
That's one of my dream cars, getting a
yeah.
WRX.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my dad shot down that dream.
Yeah, me
So-
too.
What about you?
I'm definitely not the biggest car guy, but I would like a 4Runner or a Subaru Outback. Right now, I'm stuck with the 2003 Honda Accord, so
Oh yeah.
If it runs, it
looking for an
works.
upgrade, but
Yeah.
If it works, it works. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your biggest supporter, Nicola, outside of Creek?
probably my sister.
Really?
Yeah, we're really close.
How old is your sister?
She's like 22, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she into outdoor adventures and things like that? Does she ever go with you on adventures?
A little bit, yeah. She's into hiking, but ballet is like her main thing. She's a dancer, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
I got a question. If you had to sum up your Creek life in 2 or 3 words, what words would those be?
I'm tired.
Put it here. I feel you. I feel you.
I'd say, yeah, tired's definitely one. Tired, committed.
Committed.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of kids throughout, Creek just say I'm really tired, it's really stressful. What kind of things get you through pushing through, each day and having you pursue the next?
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. For
I don't have a
me-
better answer because I'm not really stressed out per se. It's more that I'm really just tired and I'm out of energy.
Yeah.
Just looking for
So-
that dose of caffeine.
Yep. Dr. Pepper gets me through the day.
How much
Sponsor
caffeine
me.
does Dr. Pepper even have in it?
36 milligrams, I think.
God. I'm cooked.
Tell G.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a story about that. So I drink Alani's and Celsius to get me through the day, and those are 200. Huh?
I don't think he knows what Alani is.
Yeah, well, he knows what Celsius is because when, on the canyoneering trip,
Oh, did he go?
There
let me
was-
see the
yeah,
ingredients
so-
and then just.
so Ethan had a caffeine I think it was a Red Bull or it was a Monster or something, and she goes, "Oh, that's cool. Wait, let me see the ingredients." And he takes the can and he turns it upside down and looks at the ingredients, and Ethan was just like, "No."
Yeah.
And then he tried to do the same thing with me, but luckily I was warned. So, yeah, if you don't know, Celsius has 200 milligrams, I believe. Something I need to quit.
Yeah. I feel like it's quite popular, especially with high school students, to just
Yeah.
energy drinks. And
Yeah.
leading into that, I have to say, what's your favorite caffeine drink? Not soda, but specifically energy drink.
I'd go with the Aussie Lemonade Monster.
That's
It's a bold take, but I like it.
it's a pretty hot take. I think a safe choice would be the White Monster.
That too. The White Monster's good.
I've never had a Monster.
Me neither.
What does it taste like?
I've never had the original. The white one kind of tastes like cherries.
Cherries?
Yeah, I'd say it's
Okay.
if you ever had a white Gatorade before,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it tastes like.
I've
You gotta
never
try
had
something.
a white Gatorade
Okay.
either.
And then the Aussie Lemonade's just pretty much
Fortunately.
sparkling lemonade.
It's terrible.
Sparkling lemonade.
No.
That's awesome. Well, do you drink any caffeine?
Not really. I mean, I like yerbas, but
Oh,
I
good.
don't drink those too often.
You're a better man than me.
Yeah, you're a better. Yeah, Better man than all
Yeah,
of
you
us.
should see the trash can in the adventure office is full of.
It's
energy
just
drinks.
yerbas.
Yeah.
I bet she hates that.
Mhm.
Just want to talk a bit
Yeah.
about school life. Like, obviously a lot of new kids are getting their license this year, and lots of people are going off. And I just like, what's your favorite place to go off when you have the option?
So what do you mean by go off?
Like, if
Off
you,
campus.
for lunch, like if you're gonna go grab lunch somewhere off campus that you're not
Yeah.
walking to, what's your number one option?
Canes or Chiba Hut?
Chiba Hut.
Chiba Hut. Chiba Hut's so good.
Yes. Okay. On the drive to this meeting, this might be totally irrelevant, but on the drive to this meeting, we passed Chiba Hut, and I told my friends, I was like, we have to get Chiba Hut sometime. They've never had it. It's amazing, and it was
I
actually.
feel like it's such a staple.
It is. It literally is.
What's your go-to sandwich?
Oh my god. I don't remember what it's called. That's embarrassing. But I've only had it once, and it was on my first cult trip. Ironically, yeah.
So I have a question. So we seemingly have a hater here. Have you ever had it?
Oh.
I mean, I've had it once or twice. I never finished my sandwich though. So, it wasn't a good experience. Maybe it was just one or two bad sandwiches. But
How do you not like Chiba Hut?
I don't know. Okay, I can get behind like a Cane's take or
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like Cane's is just so good, but I feel like so many kids go there that it like kind of gets ruined over time.
It
You
gets too
online
crowded,
order.
Yeah.
What?
What?
It gets too crowded.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you online order and then you just get there and you just take your food.
I have to take
Kinda
notes.
nice.
Yeah, next year I'll be able to go off to Canes.
Yeah.
Get there early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To bring it back to Colt, oh, yeah.
I have a question. So you guys are both adventure leaders, meaning you teach classes, or you said you like help set up. Do you teach a class?
No.
You don't teach a class, but you teach a class.
I do.
And what do you teach? Just regular adventure challenge course, or
No, I teach outdoor ed.
you teach outdoor ed, outdoor? How's your experience with kind of like? So I'm just kind of wondering what it's like. So like, are you kind of like the teacher of the class, or are you more of like a running assistant for somebody?
It's more of a teacher. Like, so right now I teach with one other person and then Sav, and so the three of us kind of split up the duties, and we take turns teaching lessons and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think the biggest lesson is that you can learn from Colt Club?
I definitely think like,
Or just
Gain-
like the adventure program, because it's not limited to Colt Club.
right, I think definitely like gaining confidence in yourself, and just like growing into your own person, whether that's through nature or just like learning to lead, has definitely helped me become a more confident person.
I have to
Amazing.
say, because through adventure, our motto is, what is it? Accept new challenges.
Yeah.
And we have it printed on the back of our shirt. And for those of you who don't know, there's the power pole, and it's someone jumping off the power pole. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun, but it takes a lot of courage.
Is that
Cause-
the big wooden pole over at the challenge course that you jump on to like?
Yeah, you
try to
jump
get
on
far?
it. Yeah.
I remember I have a funny story. I took a summer class before I actually entered high school of the Adventure Challenge course where I went every day for a week. And at the very end, they had us go on the pole and jump. And they always ask you a question of like, would you like a tree hugger basically to like hold it so you're not like shaking and wobbling as you go up.
I remember that.
And it's one of the scariest things I've ever done because you feel it. I don't know how high it is. Do you know? Is it like 20?
So the south power pole is 30 feet, and the north power pole is 40 feet.
Yeah. So it feels.
No, it's the other way around. Other way around. Sorry.
Yeah. So it feels like. Either way, it feels like you're going up pretty high. You're feeling pretty high, and you, of course, you're strap in, obviously.
Yeah.
Full hearts
Yeah.
and everything. So if you fall, you'll be fine. But I remember the person that was supposed to hug the tree pole for me got distracted by another person coming by. So as soon as like I thought I would be fine getting up, I fell over, swung back, came right into the pole, and basically just flatlined into it.
Oh.
Not fun. Not fun.
They told me that wouldn't happen.
Maybe if you're
That's not
smart, it
good.
doesn't happen.
Yeah. Or maybe if your partner doesn't get distracted while they're trying to hold the power pole.
Yeah.
What do you think your funnest
Most fun.
That's
yeah,
a word
most
now, though.
fun. grammar isn't on point today, but what is
We
your
can tell.
most fun experience in the adventure program?
My most fun experience
A specific
was Adventure Night.
Adventure.
Really?
What's that?
So Adventure Night is for the leaders. I don't know. I think other people can do it
Yeah,
too.
anybody can go.
But anybody can do it, and it's where we go and climb on the course at night.
At night.
Yeah.
You're
We
supposed to wear
still have to,
glow in the
like-
dark, right?
No, we just have headlamps.
Oh.
But it's
Okay.
it's super fun.
Yeah.
And I remember the first year that I did it the Dangle Duo, which you basically have to use 2 people to go up. I did it with one of my friends. That was probably one of the best experiences I've had.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun.
I'll have to check that out. Adventure night.
Got it.
Go to Adventure.
This is just like a question that either of you guys can answer, but like, do you recommend getting involved with say like a club into like the adventure program, or a class? Which would you say is more like in depth, like a club or a class to go into the outdoor program?
I would say a class is going to teach you a lot more things than a club would. And Colt Club definitely, like, there's a lot of trips that Colt Club goes on, and, like, climbing team and mountain biking are both run through Colt, right?
Yeah.
But I think a class is, you're with it for a whole semester, and so you're going to learn a lot through that class, whether it be outdoor ed, challenge course, or water sports. So,
Which do you say is like? You say people have like more fun in, like, would you say like the club is, because I hear a lot that like the class is like more of like a class and you're learning stuff, while it's like the club is like you really get to put your skills to the test and really experience more.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. I think the class can be what you make of it. So
Got
it
it.
can be the PE credit, or it could be the class that you go and have fun in and climb and hang out and stuff like that. So I definitely think that you can make the class fun, but I think the trips and the Colt Club, like the stuff that happens outside the class, can be a lot more fun, just because you don't have a grade hanging over you and all that stuff. So
Totally.
Yeah. I have one more question before we take a question from the audience. But my question is just like, this might be cynical, but what is like the worst experience you've had as a leader? And don't name names if it has to do with anybody.
it does.
Okay,
So,
we'll
students.
it's usually a student,
Yeah.
but
I mean, what behaviors do you really not like? When you're
I almost had a fight break out in one of my classes.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm not gonna name any names, but he was kind of like a little on edge already, and someone kind of like made a joke about him, and I had to pull him off of the guy.
That is not a good experience. What about you,
No.
Nicola?
I would say just like, I've had students who just think they know everything and like love to talk over people, and like not let any other people share ideas and kind of take over activities, and that's definitely turns the whole class against them.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that they don't do it right.
They don't know. They don't actually know what they're talking about.
They never do it right.
Yeah. So if you take an adventure class, trust your leaders and respect them because they work hard.
And they know more than you.
Yeah. All right. Can we take a question from
Questions
the audience?
from the audience. For context, they're all pointing at one person. So, come on, somebody's got to have a question.
Yeah. Oh, you
Do you
here?
want- do you-
Yeah.
Come take the mic.
So
Make sure-
introducing Caitlin Potts.
What is your guys' biggest accomplishments from Colt Club?
I think this isn't necessarily an accomplishment, but I was just like proud of myself for trying something new. But we kind of talked about the Uray ice climbing trip earlier, and so just going on that trip was like a big step out of my comfort zone.
That was your one Colt trip.
Yeah, that was my one Colt trip.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I mentioned making state this year for mountain biking, but my biggest accomplishment, because mountain biking is through Colt, is that I did every single race every year for mountain biking, and I qualified for state 3 out of my 4 years.
Nice.
So
That, my friends, is impressive. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad we got to talk about Adventure at Creek because it's really cool, and you guys should join if you're into the outdoors and trying new things. Are there any closing statements you guys would like to leave us off with?
Adventure movie night on Friday. Pick up your forms on the Colt board. I'm going to be there. It's going to be fun. We're watching E.T. and the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next month.
Bye. Okay.